Good afternoon. We are at the Blessington property. We're going to be completing a repairability test. Be on the front slope, which is south. We have this damaged shingle here. We'll do our repair test on this one. I've identified that with an X. It'll be those 3 tabs. And then I've marked up all of the shingles surrounding that damaged one. Give you an overview of all of those surrounding shingles before we get started, showing you the current condition. And we'll take a look once we're done with the repairability test. I'll give you some more overviews and take a look at all the results. For my tools, I'll be using a flat bar, hammer, roof snake, and putty knife. First, we'll go ahead and get all these shingles unsealed. I'll use the putty knife to unseal the top shingle here. Now I'll use the flat bar to unseal the rest of the shingles, see if there's any differences in those two tools. And now we'll start removing these nails. Looks like when removing this nail, we can see where the shingle here ripped on the edge. I'll give you another closer look at the end of the repair test here. Should be all the nails. Slide that damaged shingle out. I'll go and get this new shingle in there. Get it all lined up nicely. Start getting some nails back in there now. I'll be using the roof snake to get those nails back in. we're all complete with the repairability test. Give another overview of all of those surrounding shingles immediately after. Right away we can notice a pretty significant difference in the condition of those shingles right above the new shingle. These ones, we can see that the ones we had to unseal and manipulate in order to remove and put those nails back in, we can see a pretty big difference between those shingles and these ones up here, still sealed down, unaffected from the repairability test. Same thing here. You can see these ones all still sealed down, and I'll just give you kind of a side-by-side comparison between all of those. These ones here, we can see some stress fractures along them. Got that all the way across this tab here. And what those stress fractures are is that matting on the shingle is breaking, and that's going to be damaging the integrity of the shingle. We can fill in those areas with the stress fractures. It's much weaker since that matting is broken now, and so that's going to not allow the shingle to do what it was designed to do as best as it should, with these tabs being much weaker. And it's also going to affect the shingle's water shedding capabilities, as the matting is the main component for that. See that all the way across there. This one I can see is broken at the top there. Give you a side view of this one as well. You can see where there's kind of a sharp bend in the tab there, where that matting's broke. Should be kind of a gradual, smooth curve, but we can see with the broken matting, there's a sharp bend in the tab. Same thing here at the top. I'll take a look at any mat transfer that occurred. I believe these shingles, these tabs unsealed fairly easily, so I don't believe there is going to be any mat transfer along these. Oh, we did have that shingle here that tore when we were moving the nail, so we can see it's a clean tear right there all the way through. Straight from this side. Got that nail back in there, to the right a little bit, so that way that shingle, the tear there won't be affected from that. But we do have damages when removing that nail. You can see a tear caused to that shingle. Check this old shingle we pulled, see if there's any mat transfer along here. Not seeing any. And then one more thing I wanted to point out with some damages. You can see up along this shingle here, let me grab my roof snake here so I can show exactly what happened. So you can see some damages to the edges of the tabs here, and that's from this roof snake. So you can see in order to get it up, in order to get that roof snake up into the nail line, like we can see there, put that nail right back in the same hole that was there before. So we got that in the nail line. We can see that tab just resting on the roof snake there. And then when you're pounding that roof snake in, pounding the nail in with the hammer, all those vibrations and everything kind of causes the edge of the tab there to kind of just disintegrate, which shows how brittle these shingles are. They kind of just disintegrate with those vibrations. Same thing here. You can see where that nail was put in there. The damage is caused by that. We have two spots here where those nails went in. You can see the damages caused from the roof snake on that tab as well. So we have those damages. These shingles did not have those damages because we can see there's a little bit less exposure on these tabs. So just this shingle up here, we have those damages to the edge of the shingle, and then that just shows how brittle it is. So we have 3 additionally damaged shingles, 1 tab on shingle 5, and then shingle 6, shingle 8, all damaged from stress fractures, damage from that roof snake. And with those stress fractures especially, those are going to be areas for potential water intrusion, water leak hazards, which is what we do not want to leave this insured with. We want to ensure when repairs are made that they're able to be made with no damages caused. So I do not believe repairs are feasible to this roof. As we can see, 3 additionally damaged shingles, all of those damages caused by the repair test. So the wind damage on this roof is pretty widespread. We got it all over this front slope here, some on that right. So if repairs were to be made, all of those surrounding shingles would be left in this condition. This insured would have potential leak hazards all over their roof, wherever there are repairs needing to be done. So I do not believe this roof is repairable, and I'll go and chalk up all of those damages and get some better pictures of those. Thank you for your time.